Hey, this is Dr. Flight. I hope you're doing great today. This is our week 4 CBAD 350 Principles of Marketing Roundup. And this is, again, just an information, just kind of overlay for where we are and what we're doing in the course. This week we had a test on Monday, as you will recall. We had our first test, and so those seem to have gone well executionally in terms of how the technology works and everything for the most part. And I'm pretty pleased with where the course is, where the class performance is and such. So seems like things are going well. My hope is that between the textbook, the class videos, the assignments that reinforce the content, I hope all of these are helping you find success in the course. Reach out to me, of course, if there are issues or concerns or problems. We start the cycle again. So we had 3 chapters of material and then a test. And now we begin our next 3 chapters, and then we'll have another test. So it's just kind of the same process. This week in particular, we're looking at this chapter 5 in the textbook. In chapter 5, we'll look at it a little bit where it's really, in my mind, a kind of a light chapter. There's not an enormous amount of depth that's going to be super confusing for you. It should be very straightforward. It's also a big extension of the marketing plan and marketing and evaluating the situation that you find yourself in business, but also the customer's perspective and their situation in terms of the overall marketing environment. It actually outlines a more traditional situational analysis other than using a SWOT analysis. So there's just a little bit more depth in that area, and that's what this chapter is all about, if you will. Okay, the other 2 chapters that we're going to tackle over the next couple of weeks deal with the customer, understanding how the customer makes decisions, and kind of some of the psychology behind like decision making. So chapter 6 and chapter 7 are both important. Chapter 6 is incredibly important. It's a very deep chapter with a lot of material in it. Chapter 7, we start to look at customers who are other businesses. So B2B, business to business relationships are a big deal. And so chapter 7 is all about if your customer is another business. Chapter 6 is all about if your customer is the end user and an individual person and the decision making that goes on with them. So a lot of psychology and sociology involved in chapter 6. Chapter 7, it's just a different way we look at customers because you're looking at a customer as a business and not an individual. So that's where we're going. You can see that there are 2 Connect assignments over here, this one for consumer behavior with the nursing home one, and then the Central Foods B2B Connect assignment. So there are 2 of those that are going to be coming up. There's also some new metrics. That metrics document and worksheet for test 2 will be available next week. It's not available yet, but it will be available. So this metrics thing. And then, of course, remember, every Sunday, like clockwork, we have due at midnight the chapter summaries. So this week, chapter 5 summary, due at midnight. Okay, and again, these homework assignments that we look at when we look at the Connect and then the metrics assignments that are here in this column there, those again are due on the test day, and the next test day will be test number 2. It's going to be on February 19th. So another 2.5 weeks from now, we'll be knocking that out once we get these 3 chapters taken care of. And again, those homework assignments, the Connect assignments and the metrics are due then. So process of turning things in, we should be in a good routine by now. Everything should be sort of going for you, hopefully in a good way. We'll go to our Moodle page, and again, we have our content as we go along. This marketing environment this is the tab for this week, and so we have some videos. Again, the material this week's pretty light. You're going to find that it very tractable, and I think you'll find it no problem to kind of go through. Just read the text and watch the videos, and you're going to be fine there. Next week, when we go into consumer behavior, it's a lot deeper, and there's a lot more to study, quite frankly. Okay, so anyways, this is the roundup. Hope you're doing great. Hope you're having a great week. Hopefully we'll be able to touch base with you again early next week, see how this material went for you. But otherwise, again, reach out if you have any questions, and hope you have a great week and weekend.